Well, we're going to do an SSD upgrade on this machine. It actually has a mechanical drive, but it also has room for an M2. So here's our Samsung hardware replacement. It's the Evo 980. Where's my camera today? That is our replacement hardware for this HP that does not boot very fast. It is a traditional failure. The mechanical drive is showing its age in slowness. And I think I've done several of these recordings, but I figured this exact model was showing off. One of the things that pisses me off about HP specifically, there are rubber feet that go right here and right here. What pisses me off is that they hide screws under there. So it's not obvious because if you don't take these things apart all the time, you got screws in various other points of the machine, but if you don't take them apart all the time, you don't recognize that HP will often hide screws underneath these rubber feet. So that means you end up having to pull the rubber off of here, and hopefully you don't damage the rubber because it's a fairly hard rubber, and if you pull too fast you snap the rubber and then it breaks, and then if you want to glue the rubber back on, it doesn't look so great. So anyway, I figured this was worth showing off. Now I've already taken the time to undo these screws. So at this point, this particular HP, what model HP is this? This is it is a HP model 17BY1022CL. Alrighty. So there we go. This is a more mundane model, except that it does take 2 drives. It is an i5 8th generation. So it's about 3 or 4 years old. So we're going to remove this. I've already unscrewed it. And then there we go. So this mechanical drive here is ultimately what she's been booting off of. What blows my mind is HP puts these 16 gig M2s in their machine. It's ridiculous. It's unusable. So we're going to remove this. We're also going to disconnect the mechanical drive so we don't damage the data, but I'm going to physically leave it in there because I'm going to physically plug it back in once I reinstall Windows and then start transferring the data from there. Actually, you know what I think I'm going to do is, because part of what I already did for her on her other laptop is sync her cloud account with her other machine, and she's already got access to all her data. So what I think I'm going to do is just have her log into her OneDrive account, and then we should be good. So all we're going to do right now is unscrew this Optane drive. So it's a relatively lower end HP, but it does support the latest and greatest M2 drive. So you see what I'm doing here. After this, we are going to reinstall Windows. All right. Yeah, reinstalling Windows on an SSD literally takes about 10 or 15 minutes at most. That not includes the updates. But yeah. Okay. This is also one of the last models that has an optical drive. That's what would normally go here. Not a very dirty machine. They have a cat, but it's not particularly dirty. All right. So now, I don't remember how charged the battery is. Uh-oh. Did I bump something? Oh. I hope the camera's still attached. Oh, I see what happened. My phone just updated, so it dropped off the USB. I was afraid I bumped my USB hub. Alrighty, I just updated my iPhone to the latest 16.02. That's what that noise was. Okay, good. Okay. So now I'm going to plug in my copy of Windows 11. And you know what? We're just going to turn this on. And let's see what goes on here. All right. Okay, so this is going to be a general copy of Windows 11 off a USB stick. We've done this on camera several times now, but I figured showing off exactly how to get into one of these HPs was worth showing off. HP is the biggest culprit as far as hiding screws under rubber feet. So it's something worth showing off if someone doesn't do it all the time. So anyway, here we go. This delay is normal. It's going to see that there's no boot record available on the SSD, so it's going to revert by default. Most of the manufacturers do this on default, is look at the USB boot, even if you didn't even if you didn't go into the BIOS in the beginning and set the USB as the primary boot. If it generally doesn't see a boot offer on the SSD or mechanical drive, it will then refer to an external source. So here we go. Too much reflectivity. I gotta fix my studio so the lighting is more correct. Lots of reflectivity. Let's see if I turn this down here. Does that make? Let's see if that helps here. This is a Windows 11 installation. We're going to pretend we read that. Let me see if I can do a more appropriate camera angle here. Who is this? Shane. Shane, how are you?
Good, you?
There we are. We're doing a live installation of Windows 11 on an HP. We just installed an M2 980.
Good, you?
There we are. We're doing a live installation of Windows
11. I'm on my iPad and then I've got you on my phone.
I noticed. Yeah, I can hear the feedback. Here, turn your volume down so everyone can hear our chat.
Oh, yeah.
I can hear the feedback.
Yeah, there we go. Have you got any other jobs planned for today? Or
No, not really. No, I did my house calls this morning. I had a couple printers to fix. HP pissed me off again.
Well, what's going on?
Oh, the driver issue keeps not working reliable. It's a relatively late model commercial printer that doesn't want to work with this like 30 or 20-year-old HIPAA compliant software, and the customer says that it's just not printing properly, and I'm just like, can we not get an HP? Here, turn your volume down.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
I'll turn it down some more.
All right. There we are.
Okay, then.
I'm trying to see if I can fix my exposure on the screen so everyone can see me install Windows. Let's see here. Nope, that doesn't want to work. Let's see here. Not a big deal.
What?
Oh, there we are.
What are the HP drivers like that you had to install to get it?
Oh, there we are. I moved the camera. That works. Now you can see what's up. The HP printer, it's a fairly common middle grade HP. It's like it's about the same size as the old LaserJet 4 from 20 years ago, but I think a combination of it is that HIPAA compliant software. I reinstalled the driver and I got it printing on other software, but that HIPAA compliant software seems to be problematic.
Oh, okay, I've not come across that before.
Yeah, well, that's why you probably don't deal with the software they have. They run a psychology department, and whatever that 30-year-old software is, they said they specifically didn't want us to pay for support because it's like $3,000 a year. So, whatever. So, there we are. Yeah, that was those are the sorts of. Oh, and I had another customer who also had a printer issue with their HP. So the way that we fixed that is we did a rudimentary install of. We did a do local by IP address, and then we manually just use the minimal driver rather than the commercial executable that kept giving us grief over the network. You know what I mean?
No,
No, okay. You know how you can add a local network printer, but you pretend it's local, and then you just give it an IP address.
You mean using the net use command?
No, you don't have to do any command. You just go into the control panel. You ever tried that? You go to so if you're in front of your computer now, you can go to the control panel and right-click on devices and printers. And when you go to add a printer, you can do add a local printer. And instead of it actually being a local print, technically, I guess I don't know how they define the word local. But if it's a network printer, you put in the IP address for the printer, and then it finds it, and then you can manually give it the INF file or whatever the driver is, the one file for the printer. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, Brian, how are you?
Well,
go ahead.
We'll leave it for later. You can maybe show me later on, like offline.
No, actually, okay, so when this copy of Windows installs, I'll be able to show you. So I got that up, and yeah, you'll be able to see that here. So we're 56% done installing Windows 11 on this HP. 61. So yeah, this customer's got all her stuff in the cloud. All she'll have to do is log in to her Microsoft account, and then she'll be good. And then this is a what is this copy of Windows? This is the local copy, not the local copy, the home version of Windows 11. So the way that we're going to get a local copy of her account is to pretend we have like a 5-second Ethernet connection. What are you looking for?
May I borrow this?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So anyway, that's where we are. Brian, how are you? Hi, Brian. What are you after? The RAM?
Yeah.
No.
I'm getting the hard drive out of that one.
Yeah.
And then it's only got
4 gigs of RAM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need a bigger one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you need a full-size screwdriver. Here, try this.
Thanks.
78%, 87%. I mean,
You have a flathead that's sharp.
a bigger one.
But a flat. You know how sometimes a flathead will work better in a Phillips that's stripped.
Try that. That's a little small, but that's flat.
These screws here have been challenged.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's working perfect. You know, sometimes you can get a flathead into a strip Phillips.
Yeah.
This flathead you gave me is sharp, so it's working.
Right.
That 16 gig M.2 would be handy for like if you're installing Linux on the laptop or. Like,
Yeah, it amazes me HP.
For like,
Yeah, I don't know why HP bothers with such a small drive. It's almost like it's only used for a secondary, like a virtual memory stick, because
It's like
it's
selling a car without a donut for a
16
spare-
gigs of RAM and 16 gigs of
Hard
storage.
drive?
Yes.
That's like selling a donut in the spare tire section. 16 gig hard drive?
Yeah.
What is it, a netbook?
Well, no. What I think they did is they configured it so Windows is on the mechanical drive, and then the page file is on this,
Yeah, but you.
because the OS was not on here.
Oh, okay.
And Windows, a modern version of Windows won't fit on this.
maybe DOS.
Yeah, Brian, that's what fixed my customers' printer reliability issues. The exe from the website kept crashing and not giving us access to the printer over the local network. So yeah, doing that local one by IP. I think I tried to help him out a couple weeks ago, and we both got frustrated, and then we just revisited it today, and I didn't even think to do that. So here, Windows looks like it's about ready to ask me for an internet connection. You gonna see if that fits?
These are twos.
Yeah, because it's a 12.
I have an 8 somewhere.
Right. I don't have any RAM laying around.
No, I just need a regular 9 for the
Got
for
it.
the Dell.
Got it.
Thanks.
Alrighty. So we're coming up on a full Windows 11 install. Alright, almost done. Oh, you know what? I didn't even plug the power in on this thing. I hope it doesn't die on me.
Just joking, you're putting Linux on it, really.
Yeah, well, no, that's why Tom. You're hearing me talk to Tom. He's my plumber friend. He's the one who loves Linux.
Super Mario.
Yeah, him. Okay, good. So we're almost done with the Windows installation.
Do they have penguins in Super Mario?
Penguins? I don't remember.
Yeah, me either.
Okay, we're almost done. Windows installation.
I just got a $100 5-minute plumbing job.
Lovely. What are you gonna do? Just like a kitchen sink or something?
No, she can't put the filter in on her ice machine, and now she can't get ice. And no matter what she does, it sprays water. And all I have to do is go underneath the kitchen sink, and turn off the valve,
Lovely.
do it, and then turn it back on.
Lovely.
Yeah.
All right, here we are. Okay, so it's asking me what country I'm in. We're gonna say yes. I guess this is not a touchscreen. Okay. We're gonna use a US QWERTY keyboard. No, we don't use a secondary keyboard. Okay, this is where we want to be online, and this is how we get Windows Local to give us a non-Microsoft account. So we're going to plug in Ethernet for just a minute and pretend we're online, because this is basically Microsoft really wanting us to have a Microsoft account. So we're going to plug in the Ethernet, and now it says it's connected, and then we're going to say next. And then I'm going to unplug the Ethernet so it doesn't actually force us into a Microsoft account. And then once it creates the local account, we can plug in the Ethernet again and get all the drivers installed. There we go. So her name is Kim. Hit next. There, we're not going to do password. She's going to install her Microsoft account, but I don't want the hassle of having to ask her for her credentials to log in. So I'll just stand next to her when she does that, and then all her data will just fall onto the hardware. So there we go. And now we can plug in, now that that account has been created, we can plug our Ethernet back in and then do all the updates, and that's pretty much it. So Windows Home is all you need if you don't want a Microsoft account. I think that's a feature. I don't think that was actually a bug. The fact that I can sidestep that by unplugging the Ethernet or plugging it in for a few seconds and then unplugging it kind of implies Microsoft knew that that's what they were going to do. Figuring only the more tech-savvy people would figure that out.
It's almost like doing the hokey cokey just to get a local account.
Right. I mean, not everyone wants a Microsoft account.
Yeah.
And especially if you know you have a messed up account. If you're trying to figure out, if you're trying to troubleshoot it, you don't want to have to bring down your problems.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that gets frustrating. But anyway, that is how we install Windows here at South Bay Tech Gurus. Looks like it's almost done. Please keep your PC plugged in. So I don't know if it's actually doing any downloading from Microsoft right at this point. Because it'll say the same verbiage even if I hadn't plugged in the Ethernet already. There, so there's our Windows desktop. And now, since the Ethernet's already plugged in, I'm just going to go ahead and start doing downloads. And that's pretty much it. All right. So anyway, what else is going on? Shane?
Not much. How about you?
Well, I'm feeling a little bit better. Obviously, I've had a stressful month, but I'm moving along. Yeah, I think I was in a mode of PTSD for a couple of weeks, first part of the month, because of the loss of Tater. But now I think I can just kind of properly mourn his loss. So, yeah.
Did you see any copies through your friend? Because the last time we spoke, you said you had a friend and you thought that she knew someone or she had some like dogs that she was breeding to make puppies or
Oh yeah,
something.
yeah. My sister's got her eye on a dog that's pregnant and due in December. So maybe by then I'll have calmed down a bit. And I think what she implied is that the dog would already, by December, have already been trained. So it might actually be due in like November or something. But my sister's also the same person who got me Tater. And so if that's the way the universe is just going to make it roll, then so be it. And maybe by December or so, I'll be in a nice calm state to take on another one.
When you say trained, as in,
Potty trained.
okay.
Yeah, just housebroken. Yeah, I mean, he'll still be a puppy, and I'll have to deal with the puppy years. I got Tater when he was about a year old, right around his first birthday. So I still had to deal with housebreaking him. He beat up a few pieces of furniture and went through a few pieces of clothing. So I do know the puppy years. I had Tater his whole life mostly, except for his first year. So by the time they're a year, they're still a puppy until they're about 2, or at least they grow until they're about 2 anyway, physically. So if I take this new puppy, I will know what I'm getting in for, as long as it's a similar breed. And this apparently is a lab mix, which is also what Tater was. So yeah, we'll see where I am, where my head is in November, December. And it was my sister that I was referencing. Yes.
Yeah. Cool. And maybe call the new one Tot.
Well, no. Tater's nickname was technically Tater Tot. Yeah, so his name on paper was Tater Tot, but we called him Tater because his name was based on a comedian in the United States who did this skit called Tater Salad. But
Yeah.
Tater was just short for that, and Tater Salad didn't roll off the tongue quite as easily as Tater Tot. So
I
I've
think
been,
I know who you mean. I can't remember his name though, but he was on Blue Collar Comedy.
yeah, Ron White, yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, so you do know who he is. So he is internationally known, I guess. Good. So, yes, that's exactly how my sister knew of him. So that's how Tater came to be, or his name anyway. And, yeah. So I'm thinking about what name to replace Tater with. So
Maybe Ron.
Call my dog Ron, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Ronald, get over here. That would be that would be kind of playful tribute. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been thinking.
I don't mean like Ronald as in the full name, just like literally Ron.
Well, I can tell you, doing a little bit of research, dogs respond best to 2-syllable names. So 3-syllable names confuse them, and 1-syllable names can potentially confuse them. So they seem to be most responsive to a 2-syllable name.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember where I heard. I think my uncle told me that randomly, and then I might have heard it 1 or 2 other places. So a 2-syllable name is probably the best if you want them to respond most effectively.
So something like Ronnie then.
Yeah, Ronnie. I don't know, something 2-syllabled, something simple. Yeah, I was a foster dog for a dog a couple years ago, and I called him Pavlov, but that was kind of a hard one to say. It made sense. It was kind of a funny thing because of Pavlov's dog, but it was still it doesn't roll off the tongue that easily. So it was a puppy. It was a nameless puppy, and I said, I'm going to call this dog Pavlov because I've never heard a dog called Pavlov before. So anyone who's been to school knows who Pavlov's dog was. So yeah, but I only had that dog for several weeks anyway. So
I can't remember his name, but I like the comedian who did the voices Mater in Cars. He was one of the comedians in Blue Collar Comedy as well.
yeah, I'm not sure. That was my sister's doing. I don't remember who all those.
Because I know there's like Jeff Foxworthy, and then there was, like you said, Ron White.
Right.
And I think there was at least 2 other ones, wasn't there?
Right.
Billing.
Oh, right.
Is it Billingworth or something? Billingville or something weird like
Oh,
that.
Bill Engvall. That's right.
Yeah. And then I can't. The other guy's name I can't remember. I know what he looks like, but I can't remember his name.
Right. I don't know who everyone is. I'm not cool. I'm no longer the younger generation, so I don't pay attention to all the cool 20 and 30 somethings are.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm in my 40s. I'm allowed to not know what's cool.
Touche.
Yeah. So, yeah, Windows 11 has been installed. It literally is going to take longer to do these updates than it did to install Windows. And then I'll just call that customer and tell her to come over here and sign in. And once her Microsoft account is signed in, she'll be good.
Larry the cable guy.
Yeah.
It's him.
Right. Cool. So anyway, I'm done with this machine. Good. Don't have anything else to show off right now. I'm just going to call that lady and have her come over whenever she's convenient.
Oh, are you able to show me that printer thing you were talking
Oh yeah, let me restart this machine. I'll show you. Sure. I just updated my iPhone to 16.02 to address that stupid problem where the cameras don't work.
Oh, what handset have you got then?
Well, now I have the 12, so it wasn't really affected. But I guess all these 14 users, they were trying to use Snapchat and a couple other camera-related apps, and it was all jittery, or the focus or something. The camera stabilization was broken.
I've got the 11 Pro Max, but I updated to 16.02 as well, and it seemed to help a little bit with performance, because before I updated, every time I rebooted my handset or I had to log back into my handset, like the weather app and widgets and some other bits and pieces wouldn't load properly.
Right.
And it would take, like after I logged into my handset, it would take a few seconds before the widgets would display correctly.
Right.
But that seems to be like resolved after doing 16.02.
Well, yeah, the update did reference the 11 specifically, so I don't know what exactly that was. Yeah, my 12 wasn't mentioned as a exact hardware that was affected, but it seems silly that that Apple shoved out that version that was so broken. So, oh, you know what? I'm live right now. I think you should be able to see this. Watch this. Okay, so I'm going to start the control panel. This is Windows 11, but it's going to be the same for Windows 10. So this is how I fix my customer's printer. Category, small icons, and now I'm going to go to devices and printers. And now I'm going to add a printer.
Oh, they've still got control panel in Windows 11.
Yes, they do. So watch this. I'm going to hit this link that says my printer wasn't listed, and then you go to local printer with manual settings. Hold on, I'm still doing video updates here. And then I hit next.
Was that first button add a printer at the top?
What?
At the top left, sorry.
What?
Before you, like, when you clicked on, was it add a printer or something?
Yeah, so with all, okay, so
it was blocked out by the live icon, so I couldn't see what.
oh, okay, watch, I'll show you. So when I get an option for all the printers on my network, instead of actually clicking on one, even if I see it, you do the printer was not listed, and then you do add a local printer, and then you hit next, and then you do create new port, and then you do TCP/IP port. You go get the IP address, you type it, and then it sees it, and then you manually give it the file for the driver, the minimal driver.
Oh yeah, the INF files.
Yes.
All the other files,
Yes.
yeah.
So that's how I fixed that customer's computer or printer.
Okay, well, printer, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's it. So now I'm going to restart because it's got some more updates to do, and that's pretty much all. Then I'm pretty much done with this machine. I'm just going to call. That's right. I'm going to.
It almost looks like Windows or Microsoft tried to copy Apple Macs, because it almost looks similar to like an Apple Mac in terms of how they've centralized the taskbar at the bottom, and like the icons look a little bit better than what they used to.
Right. see here. I'm texting her now.
I don't know if that's just me being biased because I prefer Mac OS or.
Right. Let's see here. Gosh darn it. That's so stupid. You know, I'm trying to text someone with a secondary text phone number in my Apple contacts. There we go.
I haven't had a chance to like try out any of the features of like iOS 16.
Yeah, I haven't done.
such as, like,
Yeah, I haven't done that like Indian giver sort of texting yet. That whatever. I don't.
As in like recalling the text message. I mean,
Right. Oh yeah, I haven't tried that yet.
yeah, me either.
Right. Cool. There we go.
No, my luck, I'll try it and they wouldn't allow me to recall it or something.
Right. Settings. I've still got a bunch of updates to do. I just texted this customer so she can head over here because this thing is basically done. I just need to put those screws back in.
Oh, what did you replace the drive with? Because you said you took out a 16 gig M.2 or something.
Technically, I left the mechanical 2.5-inch drive in there in case I have to drag the stuff over. I did physically unplug it so I didn't accidentally erase it. Yeah. So I'm going to have her log into our Microsoft account and have all her stuff just proliferate down. How are you, Chris?
Hey, Chris.
Here we are. And then if we missed anything, we can revisit that hard drive and I'll plug it back in. That way, for management, I don't have to worry about losing it or dropping it or any of that.
What about the iMac and also that other customer who needed their data recovering and getting the BitLocker key?
Oh, that must have been a while ago. That's all been taken care of. I'm trying to remember the exact situation.
I think the BitLocker one, I think it.
Oh yeah. You know what?
The recovery key to their Microsoft.
Oh yeah, that customer was up a creek. So because they never retrieve or save their BitLocker code. Yeah.
And then what about that? The Apple iMac one, was that all sorted now?
Oh yeah, the last time I went online with an Apple, that computer was all taken care of. Yeah, I think I did that one with you live on the phone also. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did the recover. I actually let that thing go recover overnight, and her data was just there. So I used the data recovery, the data migration tool for Apple.
Yeah.
Cool. So you can stay on the line, but I got someone here at the shop, so I'm going to have a conversation with them about their machine.
Okay.
All right. So how's it going?
Good.
So what's up with this HP over there? Or Dell?
I
What is
want
that?
to update the operating system.
Got it. You just want to update it, but
Yeah.
otherwise it's perfectly good.
Yep.
All right. So do you want to come back? Well, I guess you can stick around a little bit. Let me plug this thing in. Does it work fine? Have you done
Yeah.
anything to it? It's just you've been using it. You just want to make
Yeah.
sure it's up to date.
Yes.
Good. All righty, we'll do that. All right. So there's basically nothing wrong with this machine, right?
That's right.
Good. So what we'll do is we'll plug in a keyboard and let's see here. You got HDMI. Do you know how you normally plug a monitor in? Is it the blue connector or is it HDMI? It's not a big deal. I'm just curious. It's not a big deal. Never mind. All right. Let's see. Plug in the keyboard and then plug in the power. Oh! Does it always make noise like that?
No.
Well, that's weird. Wow, that was a loud noise.
Never made noise like that.
I'm glad that. What the heck? Okay, so you just in moving it around, something came loose.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, so something in there. Wow.
Jesus.
What was that? Okay, let's unscrew this screw. I'm thinking a cable just got lodged in the fan.
I mean, I never move it.
Well, yeah, but you moved it here, so
Right.
I've got another screw right there. Alrighty. Let's see what that noise is. All we did is plug it in and turn it on. Oh. Did we upgrade this machine? Who did this? Did you buy this new?
Yes.
Did we do any? Did anyone work on it?
It's only you.
Really? Do you remember what I did to it?
No.
Okay, never mind then. Yeah, this is a cable sitting in the CPU fan. I think that's what that noise was. Or no, it might have been this back fan that's bigger over here. Got it. All right. All right. Now let's plug it in. Good. Where's the power button? Good. Okay, so let's plug this in. I'm going to turn on my TV. Okay. Hey, there we go. You want to tell me your password, or you want to just type it?
Stowe VT,
What? What is it?
STOWE.
Is it all lowercase?
Yes.
STOVE. That's it?
STOWE.
Hold on. One character at a time.
Okay,
S T
STOWE.
O W E
V
V
T
T
2021.
21. Okay, we're in. Okay. Okay, so let's do these updates. So you should be able to do these on your own if you want, but it's not like I mind doing them. But yes, okay, so you are out of date. We're going to. So this machine is, what, 4 or 5 years old?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to do a check for the updates right now. We're going to restart this machine here. Good. So these updates are available basically once a week, once every couple of weeks.
Hmm.
So yeah, we'll do these updates. Let's see what else is available for these updates.
Yeah, it's just been great.
It's been a usable machine, nothing's wrong.
Yeah, no.
Let's see here. All right, we did our first batch of updates.
And the restart anyway.
Well, oh yeah, restart anyway. You play games?
No.
Because that's what Steam usually is.
Okay. My
Well,
grandsons
oh.
get onto my system all the time.
Well, that explains that.
I'm just
Yes,
deleting stuff all
Right.
the time.
got it.
So yeah, the main reason is to talk to you about a laptop.
Oh, you're actually here because you wanted a conversation about replacing this desktop with a laptop?
No, I need a laptop and this desktop.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I mentioned that I'd gone to Consumer Reports,
Oh,
have
yeah.
an online subscription, and looking at different options.
Right.
And I've had the one I do now for years and years. So, you know, I want something that's reliable.
Right.
And so, as I mentioned on the phone, I look at their recommendation, then I go to Amazon and I look at the comments,
Right.
and they're all shitty. I mean, you know, Samsung, LG, Lenovo.
Lenovo's really probably, like, I personally have a Lenovo.
Okay,
So that's kind
that's
of.
what I'm here to ask.
Got it. Yeah. Okay, what's that password again?
STOWE.
STW.
No, STOWE.
O W. Yeah.
E
E
V
V
T
T
2021.
2021. Good. Okay, cool. So now we're going to do that again. Let's go to settings. All right. Okay, we're going to do some more downloading. This is a major update. Alrighty. Yeah, it's good that you're cognizant enough to do these updates, even though you don't necessarily do them yourself. And then, of course, it gives you an opportunity to have an updated conversation with me. It looks like you're using OneDrive to back up.
Yes.
Good. So your data's in the cloud.
I have a independent drive that I back up, and then also an iCloud.
Right. Good. I'm glad that you have also a hardware problem. I try not to hardware
Back up.
backup because I try not to beat people up too badly, because people kind of give me the yeah I know routine.
You mean about backing up because
Yeah.
they think it's all being done on the cloud?
And that's good that it's backed up to the cloud,
Yeah.
but that's not a foolproof way to handle things, because you're going to get random viruses on occasion, and a virus could potentially be a problem. Let's see here.
I don't update it now.
Oh, do you have a bad fan? Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's what. Oh, I gotta tighten down one of these cables in here.
What is that?
There's a loose cable. That's all. It's
Okay.
bumping up against the CPU fan.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. There we go. Okay, so you know what? I think I need a mouse here. Hold on a second. I can't check these updates. Oh, I see where that goes. Let's see here. So some of these updates are driver updates. Microsoft, Dell, HP. You have an HP monitor then, right?
Yes.
There we go. So we're just going to do these updates, and after this, we should be good.
Okay.
So, are you thinking, do you have a budget for this laptop you're thinking of?
1,500.
Oh, my friend. Oh, I'm on live. I'm sorry. I didn't even tell you. Brian, what do you have a Lenovo for $400 US? 300 US. Yeah. See, I have the gaming. It's an $800. It was what was $800 when it was new about a year and a half ago. What you just gonna use, like desktop support, or just like desktop, like office work?
Yeah.
Got it. You think spending $600 or $700 is your budget?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go to Amazon and.
Let's go to the comments.
Well, I personally, yeah, it's hard to. You're going to get bad experiences on occasion. Like this other customer that's going to come pick this up. I told her mom to get a Dell, and it was an entry-level Dell, which under normal circumstances would have been enough for her, but it was a dud, and it just gave her blue screens, and nothing was done wrong. So we can't confidently say what happened, but it was a brand new machine, and she was after I left, after I set it all up for her, it started giving her random reliability issues. So,
So she said the product was defective and
Right,
got
well-
another one.
well, the thing is, she wanted something in a rush, so she went straight over to Best Buy. I would have liked to have purchased something online, which is ultimately, she got a higher end gaming rig, which is all they had local at that Best Buy, because she was in a quick bind and needed something quick because her other machine had a failed hard drive. So those are the things I have to deal with. So if we're gonna go, is this the size screen you're thinking you want?
12 inch.
Well, this is a 15.
I know.
So 13. Okay, so
12 or
13.
13.
Okay, so you're good. Your eyes are good. You're thinking a smaller machine.
Yeah.
Got it.
Because I carry it around in to questionable locations, and I don't want to. Well, it just works for me. I don't want a huge screen.
Got it. Okay. Oh, wow, that's interesting. For what this is saying that you get, this Lenovo V14 business laptop, 14-inch screen. So it's slightly bigger than the 12 that you're thinking, but AMD Athlon Gold 315U, 3150U processor, 20 gigs of RAM, which is more than adequate, and a 1 terabyte SSD, which is a performance upgrade.
That's pretty.
Yeah. So this is actually a lot of computer for $500.
Let's go to that.
Yeah. You have
Yeah.
Amazon on your phone?
Yeah.
All right. And then I also know with personal experience, they have cheap upgrades on their warranties. So you wouldn't necessarily need to hire me to fix it if it broke within the next 2 or 3 years.
Okay. So,
My mouse here. Let's see here. What are we doing? You're going to pull it up on Amazon?
yeah, yeah.
We're just about ready here.
Okay.
I think for you, that's a good all-around machine. That's actually the most RAM I've seen in a sub $600 computer. 20 gigs. There we go. You find it?
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
It's called the Lenovo V14. Oh, get rid of the word electronics out of there.
I know. Lenovo V14 business laptop.
Yeah, about $500, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be a different configuration. There we go. Let's see if this is it. This is a different model. That's why. Well, it's the same machine, but with a different configuration. That's why it's a slightly cheaper option. Let's see here. Why did it boot? Come in! Come in! Can you? Oh,
Chris?
yes, hi.
Yeah, want to just walk in?
No, it's all right. No, it's fine. Okay. Let me see here. Why is this? I'm actually finishing up some of your updates.
Right now?
Yeah, it's all right. We're good. Let's see here. I'm looking for. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's it right there. The $500 model. It comes in several configurations. All right, let's do this. Let me get to her machine. Why don't you sign into your Microsoft account here? Careful with it. It's not all one piece. I still have to screw it back together.
And where do I go?
You're going to go into the cloud icon and sign into your Microsoft account.
So that one says 499. That one says 509, and this one's
I have a business
$4.90.
account. There might be, because I do so much purchases with Amazon, I might get some sort of other option. I don't know why this one is 509 versus yours is 499.
yeah.
The configuration, there's your 20 gigs of RAM and a 1 terabyte SSD is exactly what I thought I clicked on right here. So, yeah.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm gonna let you go because it's getting quite late here,
All right, have a good rest of your evening in the UK.
and I'll catch up and talk with you soon.
Thanks. See you later.
Okay.
All right,
See you soon.
bye.
Bye.
All righty. Oh, Brian, hi. Sorry, I wasn't able. I'll also have you the ThinkPad X1 Extreme Gen 2 with 16 gigs of RAM and a 500 gig SSD for $750. Got it. Yeah, I think that's more than he needs. I do like the ThinkPad series of laptops. Yeah, I think I have the 14 gaming from Lenovo. You're signing in? Got it.
Oh shit!
What?
I don't know my Amazon password.
It's all right. I'm not rushing you. Alrighty.
Do you ever?
Can you do me a favor and just write your password here so I don't have to ask for it 10 times? Here.
Saying I don't have an internet connection, Chris.
It's all right. Basically, because I had you plugged in, that's why. Hold on. Stay there.
My screen never populated on my
Well, when you made it overpopulated.
computer. It never populated.
Oh, well, we can check that. We'll check that.
I left it on all night for it to back up all the emails.
Well,
though.
we'll figure out what's going on. It's probably a checkbox somewhere. Where'd you wrote down your password?
It's right there.
Thank you. Got it.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Now I'm working on my other laptop. I'm trying to touch the screen here. And
All right. Yeah.
I'm like, it's not working.
Right.
How funny is that? Alright, now it's not letting me in.
What's not letting you in?
My Microsoft. I'm not sure.
Let's see what's up. checked your email properly.
Use my
right?
Microsoft. I don't know if I have that right.
If you've never used it, probably not.
No. What's this?
So I want to install Twitter.
On your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm told I can't.
Why? There's nothing wrong with your phone.
No, there's none.
I mean, your,
That I need a later model.
your phone's not that old. I mean, it
No,
has
it's
the
not.
what is it? An 8? What is this thing?
6.
This is a 6 Plus.
6 Plus. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. This phone is old. That's okay.
It's old.
I used to have the 6 Plus. Okay.
3 years ago, it's like ancient now. You know?
Yeah. Okay. So
$1,000 later.
let's see what happens. Let me confirm that's the problem. Yeah, 6 Plus is an older phone. Type your Apple password.
Oh. Alright, so what am I doing here, Chris? What am I doing?
You signed in, right?
Yeah.
Click next. Yep.
I'm doing all the nexts.
Later. Yep.
Okay, open.
Open my OneDrive folder. Good. So that's gonna be a while. Good. So let that sit. Click that closed,
Oh.
and then just do this attention needed.
Update.
Yeah, it's still doing a few updates.
It says install error.
That's fine. Go ahead and just restart the machine. And then you're going to go to the Microsoft's website, and we're going to install Office so you can get your email going just like we did on the other machine.
Right. And what am I doing here, Chris?
You're going to restart the machine.
Yeah, alright, so I'm restarting
Yes.
and what?
And then we'll reinstall Office.
Alright. I'm in the middle of doing depositions and interrogatories
Okay.
in my case, so I don't have a lot of time to spend here.
Okay, well, if you want to come back, that's fine.
I can't come back. I had to borrow a credit card today.
All right.
So-
Well, let's just get Office installed.
Alright. Oh boy.
Got it. You find that machine? Oh, you just, okay. You just don't know your password. Okay.
I know it, but I guess it's.
So let's do one more run of updates.
Come on.
I think we're good. All right. Hey, Brian, thanks for showing up. I think I'm going to call it done for the updates, and I'm going to call it done for this live broadcast. All right. Have a great day, everyone. Let's see here. Oh, you know what? I stole my own mouse to get that done. Of course.